Welcome students. From this video, we will start our journey of cloud computing with Amazon Web Services. In this video, you will learn what is cloud computing and what are different cloud computing services. So let's get started. Cloud computing is an on-demand delivery of compute, storage, database, networking and many more services over the internet. I am assuming that you are a beginner and these terms may sound new to you, but don't worry, I am going to explain them shortly. Let's first understand what on-demand delivery is. On-demand means you get it when you need it. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Suppose you are a foodie and you love cooking and trying new recipes. Imagine how great it would be to get the exact amount of ingredients every time you try a new recipe, so that you will get the best taste and will not end up wasting any ingredients. It may not sound possible when it comes to ingredients, but it is undoubtedly possible in the case of cloud computing. You get exactly what you need, and that too when you order it. Another thing that makes cloud computing so simple is its pay-as-you-go pricing. You only pay for what you request and what you use in cloud computing. Once you are done with any service or resources, you can easily delete or deallocate it. Hence, you do not need to pay for anything extra. Only pay for what you use. Isn't that great? There are 4 core cloud computing services which are compute, storage, database and networking. Let's understand them one by one. Compute is the processing power of your machine. Let's understand this with an example. Suppose you are creating a PowerPoint presentation for your final year project. As you need a lot of the information for your project, you have opened a few web browser tabs. You love music, so you are playing music as well. As your computer is doing several tasks simultaneously, you notice that your computer starts hanging. So you close a couple of tabs and stop the music player. Now your computer starts running smoothly again. It's because your computer has a definite compute power and it can process only a limited amount of requests at a time. That's why to run heavy applications or games, you go for a decent processor and more RAM. In the same way, to process your data or run your application in the cloud, you need compute service that cloud computing offers. That's about compute. Let us now understand another cloud computing service, that is storage. Let's take the same example. Suppose you have completed your PowerPoint presentation and you then saved the PPT and some additional documents on your computer. That means your computer has a storage unit to store your data. But what happens if your computer's hard disk crashes? You will lose all your data, right? In that case, you can back up your documents on a hard disk drive. So, by definition, storage enables you to save your data within a data storage device. You can store data such as videos, music, documents, pictures, etc. The data that you have saved on any storage device will remain permanently in the device until you delete it. Similarly, if you want to store data either temporarily or permanently on the cloud, you can use cloud storage. This was about storage. Let's now understand the database. Again, take the same example. Suppose while working on the project, you created an Excel sheet. This sheet has information regarding your projects in rows and columns. When you arrange your data or information in certain rows and columns, it is called structured data. The data in an Excel sheet is also structured data. It is basically a format which makes it convenient to store or fetch the data whenever you want. Excel sheets are fine for a certain data size, but to store a huge amount of structured data, you will need a special type of storage called a database. There are different types of databases like MySQL, Oracle, or SQL Server based on the type of data you want to store. The database enables you to store an organized collection of structured information or your application's data. So if you need to store structured data in the cloud, you can use a database. Alright, let's move on to the networking service. When you use compute, storage, and database in the cloud, these services need to be connected, either privately or with the internet, and that's where networking comes into picture. It is a service that provides connectivity among different services. Networking is an interesting topic. We will cover it in detail in a separate module. Alright, let's go back to the definition of cloud computing again. Cloud computing offers on-demand computing services such as database, storage, compute, and networking over the internet. Hope you now understand the definition of cloud computing. That's all for this lesson.